today's video I wanted to talk to you about the difference between traffic, leads, highly qualified leads and eventually conversions. So to kick it off then, we'll start with traffic. What is traffic? It's simply the amount of people, the amount of viewers that see your post, see your content, see your ad if that's what you're going for. Maybe it's even a campaign. Now, why is this good? What does it mean? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Well, it's good because you get to explore a different market. You get shown to lots of different people that are interested in different things, and from there what that allows you to do is find out the niche of the market that is most interested in the product or service you're offering. From there you can niche down and choose and pick whichever one you think is best suited for your service, for your product, for your idea. So the advantages of that, like I said, are the targeting. You can niche down eventually. The disadvantage is that you're showing it to everyone, which means there'll be a big proportion of people that will probably not be interested or not want to explore further whatever it is that you are selling, your business, your service, anything along those lines. Moving on to a lead. A lead is someone that is interested in your business. They have an active interest, they're interested in that topic, but they're not quite sure if it's for them, if they're ready to buy your product yet. So moving on to a highly qualified lead. These are great because what that allows you to do is actually find people that are highly interested and are ready to actually buy your service, your product, your idea, your sale. So that is really important thing. A highly qualified lead is the best form of metric as they're already interested and they are pretty much ready to buy. So how do you treat a highly qualified lead? Well, you either take them to the next step, whatever's appropriate for your business type. Let's say that you're a roofer. The next step for that highly qualified lead would be get a quote, for example, or have an inspection. From there, you're allowing the gap of where they're going to not buy, all the way going through to them buying. So you get to see that whole process through. And if you're a lead generation agency, then you get to take that whole process and nurture them if that's part of your service. So that is a really great metric to have. If you have lots of highly qualified leads, it means you have lots of people that are actively interested in your business and they want to buy whatever it is that you are selling. Moving on to a conversion then. What is a conversion? Well, you've already got your traffic, your leads, your highly qualified leads. So what is a conversion? Well, it's ready when people actually buy. A conversion is a purchase. So let's say you had a highly qualified lead and they bought the service. That is going to be a conversion as they've converted into a client or into a paying customer, whether that's monthly, one time off, whatever pricing plan your business has. So conversions are what you want to optimize for. Now we're going to go on about how do you actually optimize them. Well, let's say you're running ads. You can target your campaigns to specific people that are interested in your business, whether it's cars or anything like that, home improvement, landscaping, something along those lines. You can target the people that are interested in that sort of topic, in that niche. But what about if you're a roofer or a plumber, and people that are interested in plumbing don't necessarily always need plumbing, if that makes sense. So how do you actually go from how do you target people that are interested in plumbing, but you don't need to target them because if they don't need a plumbing job done, anyone might need a plumbing job done. So how do you target that? Well, the best way is to first go broad and then find that market, that age gap that is looking for currently plumbing or roofing, whatever your service may be, and from there you target them and niche down on them. So that is how you do it on a company that is kind of applicable to everyone. You find the company, you find their target customer, their age range, probably not their interests, because anyone can have their interests not being plumbing, but they need a plumber. So from there you target down and you niche down onto their age, and from there you should start seeing better results go up as you target one specific age range, if you find that's what works for you on the ad. But if you're quite a generic business, let's say you're selling model vintage cars, then targeting can work very well. Here you can target people that are interested in the old cars, in the pre-2000 cars, and you can target them by posters or anything like that with your ads on Facebook, Instagram, Google ads, whatever ads campaigns you are running. But the other way to do it, if you're, let's say, a fitness coach, would be you can start building the right audience to begin with. So whether you're putting out short form content, whether you're putting out YouTube videos, kind of any content that you're doing is really, really good. So you need to build the audience first. If that's going to be your method, you start by building up your audience, make them interested in what you do, provide them with some value so they know that in the future if they were to buy something from you, and they will be happy to do that. But why? Because they already trust you, they already know you, they already know what your characteristics and what your beliefs are. So, like I said, we've got traffic, leads, highly qualified leads, and conversions. You want to optimize for conversions. So now I'm going to talk about most people actually think that the more traffic equals more conversions. And this cannot be further from the truth. If you have less traffic, let's say you have 100 people that see your post and they are all traffic and none of them convert, none of them buy or turn into highly qualified leads. But let's say you have a traffic of 10 and every single one of them builds and turns into a highly qualified lead and eventually then converts. Which one would you rather? Obviously you'd rather the 10 that convert, because out of the 100, none of them converted. So by building the right audience and by having the right audience watch your content, see your content, that is far more powerful than just hoping that you reach everyone. Because when you try to reach everyone, you end up seeing and reaching no one. So that is the key takeaway of the video. If you want to optimize for conversions, how do you do that? Well, there's multiple ways. You can categorize by age or interests or hobbies on your ad if you're running an ad. If you're making organic content, you can build the right audience to start with and target a niche down from there. Choose your niche, choose what you want to talk about, what you want to speak to and who you want to speak to. And from there, you can target those people, niche down, provide them with some value, actively interest them and makes them more likely to want to buy or convert from you. And then they turn to highly qualified leads or leads to eventually convert. So that is the way to actually optimize for them. So why do you want to do this? Because like I said, you'd rather have 10 people that buy from you, 10 traffic, but all 10 of them buy, rather than 100 traffic and absolutely none of them buy. So that is the reason why targeting and ensuring you build the right audience is really, really powerful. This is one of the key things in any business, even if you are a restaurant or if you are a roofer. Building the right audience is really, really key, because if people know you, if they're looking for that particular product or service, like I've mentioned, a roofer, if people don't currently need roofing, but you build the right audience around your roofing business, when a roofing job that they need does come up, who are they going to go to? The one that they're familiar with, the one that they like and trust and already know. So yeah, targeting and niching down and understanding your audience well is a very, very key metric, and is something that will help you through the conversion, that period from going from highly qualified lead to someone converting. To sum every single thing up in this video, we've got traffic, which are all the people that see and view your video. We've got leads, people that are interested, not too sure if they want to buy, maybe sitting on the fence and probably need some customer support or need to contact you further. And from there we have highly qualified leads. These are the best type of metric because they're most likely to convert. They are people that are interested, actively know you, trust you and like your business, and they want to take the next step, whether that's book a quote or go straight ahead and buy your product or purchase your service. And then you have conversions. These are the stage and the people that actually go from highly qualified leads all the way through to people that are buying or purchasing your product, service or idea. That is the sum up of the video. But why do you want to optimize for conversions? Well, you want to do this because it increases the amount of, even though it may decrease traffic, it increases conversions, and that is something that you need to bear in mind, is something very, very powerful about that. How do you optimize for conversions? You either target the right audience by ads, categories or interests or hobbies and age, or if you are doing organic content, You build the right audience by providing them with value and make them actively interested in your product, service or idea. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, take it one step at a time, and I'll see you in the next one.